All right, Cowboy Nation, the hardest thing to do right now is to judge the picture before it's completed. And we don't know what the Joneses are trying to implement right here. We can only go by the past, right? And what the Cowboys did in the free agency. Nevertheless, they went out there and selected Brent Urban. Canadian guy from 2014. He was drafted by the Baltimore Ravens, and he bounced to the Baltimore Ravens, to the Chicago Bears, played a little time in Tennessee. But here's what happened. In 2014, he suffered an ACL tear. And then in 2015, he came back. Everything looks promising. Then he had the bicep tear, right? And then from there, 2016, they saw a little growth action from him. They said, okay, this is the guy that we anticipated to be. And then the following year, in 2017, he suffered a lacerated foot injury or something of that sort. And he was unfortunately gone for the year because they had to have some type of surgery. Since that time frame, he was able to play on and off the field or what have you. And the Baltimore Ravens decided to say, hey, we'll just move on from that type of look there and just try to figure something else out. Now, my thing is, Cowboy Nation, this is what we call leaving no stone unturned, right? The kid is 6'7", 305-ish pounds, so he a tall, linear build guy. I would look at him more so as a 3-tech opposed to playing down at the 1. So their philosophy may be a whole lot different from what we've been talking about, right? And a lot of people like that NASCAR type of packages, right? And we don't know what actually the programming of what the coaching are going to try to install. We know that Dan Quinn, he's expert in coaching up the front. So maybe this may be something that he really like out of this guy, Brent Urban. So all we got to do now is sit back and be at the mercy of waiting for this thing to come all about. Now, my thing is, can he play for the Dallas Cowboys and make it spectacular? Yes. I think he'll be a great as a rotational guy. He's number 92. You guys see him get upfield, physical, strong, block the ball because he got that tall length, and they counted him or credited him a sack for this one. That's playing through the echoes of the whistle. I'm saying hustle right there. Hustling, tag him. Hey, that counts as a sack there for your career. I believe he had like 5 or 6 sacks out of his career. Not bad at all. If he can stay healthy, if this is a situation where the Cowboys are looking at it like, hey, how can we add in as much as we can or as many people as we can to help out the interior? And maybe this is their style. Maybe they looking at something like this, a player that can get upfield, chase, play through the echoes of the whistle, have that motor type of mindset, and get to the quarterback. Is he a household name? No. This is what we do. The Dallas Cowboys, we love to bargain shop, bargain bin shop. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. It's just this is the type of results you're going to get. Remember, if you're looking for an apple pie, you shouldn't be where the peaches are at. And this is just what the Cowboys are doing. They looking for the apple pie. They ain't looking for the peach pie or the peach cobbler. They looking at trying to make the apples, right? Pie, so that's how it goes from here. And we can't get mad at it. We just have to look at it and say, okay, all right, we see the potentials that this kid got. Number 96 for the Ravens, this is him right there. And can he get upfield? Can he make tackles? Can he make plays? Hopefully. That's all we can lean on. That's all we can say to ourselves, that maybe, just maybe, there's a diamond in the rough. There is a diamond in the rough. And in this draft, they probably be looking at it like, hey, Christian Barmore can fall to him, right? They probably looking at it like Jay Tufule can fall to him, Tommy Tawaga, all of those guys, Marvin Wilson, Tadero Slayton. There's a lot of people out there that they can probably look at in this draft and say, all right, we'll bring them in. We'll draft those guys. I don't know the game plan. We don't know the game plan. We can only go by what they did in the previous years and what Dan Quinn did in the previous years when he was able to draft. Hopefully he'll have a strong battle cry for a certain player. We can only sit back, Cowboy Nation. We can, and hopefully maybe a Lee McNeil. Who knows? It's an infinite amount of options that the Cowboys can do. Now everybody knows that I'm with the mindset of packaging up some of these picks that we got and moving up a little closer to get a quality guy out of this draft. Move up. Maybe you can get a higher, whoever's higher on your draft board, and you can move up a little bit to get said player. So there's so many options, and it's hard to judge it from here, and we can only go by past the history of what the Cowboys been doing. Now, just to be clear with all of you all, the Dallas Cowboys making this risk, it kind of put a red flag on me because of the health aspect of it. And will this guy be able to compete enough to beat out the Justin Hamilton, to beat out the Antoine Woods, to put pressure on Tristan Hill, to put pressure on Neville Gallimore for that spot, and whoever else we pick up? The offseason is long. It's not a short one. It's a long one. It is very long, and we got a long time to go with all of this, and we got some installs to happen. We got to do that. We got to be on the same page, Cowboy Nation, and that's just how it goes from here. Shout out to Brent Urban. Hopefully he can do something for us, and you match him up with the other guys on this front, and maybe they can show us something. Who's the other guy? Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe he can match up with those guys. The Antoine Woods, the good Lord. It's up to them to be hungry enough to say that, okay, these are the things that we want to present, and it could be just that, Cowboy Nation. It could be just that. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know how you all feel about everything. And hopefully the Cowboys will figure this thing out and get things going in the right direction. It's maybe him and Carlos Watkins can battle it out and fight to the end. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. Sure forgot smooth name.